Good morning. In today's gospel reading, Jesus took Peter, James, and his brother John and led them on a mountaintop by themselves. Jesus transfigured before their very eyes. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became dazzling white. What a privilege it must have been for them to have witnessed Jesus' transfiguration. We can only imagine for now, through images and pictures, what Jesus' face looks like and how heaven is truly a sweet place to be. Peter only saw a tiny glimpse of it, and yet he said, "It's good for us to stay up here. Let us build 3 tents, one for you, Jesus, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." This means that although he was terrified, he just wanted to stay up on the mountain with them forever. What he experienced was so awe-inspiring that he stopped thinking about his other responsibilities. Well, brothers and sisters, I don't think we can really blame him, right? Because honestly, heaven is what we all long for. And heaven is worth sacrificing everything. The apostles heard the voice of God telling them, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Hearing this, their lives have been transformed, not so much from the outside, but from within. It is also very important to note that how the voice of God interrupted Peter's plan to build 3 tents. God instructed him, and he said, "Listen to my beloved Son." God knew what Peter was thinking. It was not time for him to speak about building tents, but it was time for him to listen. It was time for him to recall and to take into heart all that Jesus has taught him. Brothers and sisters, we too are called to experience God and listen to him in our own mountaintop. Climbing up the mountain might be exhausting, challenging, and sometimes difficult. However, once we have reached the top of this mountain, we will find peace, relief, and triumph. We might even say we have experienced a tiny glimpse of heaven. This mountaintop experience can come to us in time of prayer, reading scriptures, meditating on the Lord, in time of worship or in prayer meetings, or in any way or any time God chooses to bless us with his presence. Perhaps, my dear brothers and sisters, we can consider the Mass as our best mountaintop experience, because it is here where we hear God's words, we witness Jesus' transformation during consecration, and we partake of the body and blood of Christ. We savor on this mountaintop the loving and awe-inspiring presence of God. But sometimes, just like Peter, we just want to stay up on the mountain, to build a tent, and to keep Jesus to ourselves. And we do not want to go back to reality. But brothers and sisters, is this not where we or God can stay forever? I know as much as we want to stay in this place of happiness, joy, excitement every morning or every Sunday, maybe listening to my lengthy reflections that go on and on and on, or to Deacon David's old and outdated jokes, or to hear Deacon Mike's stories about Woodrow and Marie from Louisiana, or to Minsinger's outstanding fruitcake homily. Now we know where you get your inspiration. My dear friends, we all have to go back down the mountain. Transfiguration is when we mirror God in our daily lives. We have to go back down the lowlands, back to our family, back to workplace, back to the people that we deal with every day. after our own transformation, we are called to witness to others what God has revealed to us on the mountaintop, His love and mercy for everyone.